Hi, Thina. I haven't seen your cute face for a while. How are you? Awesome. Okay. Well, I just wanted to kind of do like a kickoff call because we have not done it in a while. It's just been a little bit crazy. And this month alone, we had 26 new brand partners join us. So it was like crazy. And I know some of them can't be on today, and that's totally okay. Sundays are really hard, but I really wanted to do it kind of before they do the kickoff call tomorrow. So if you guys do not know this, our kickoff call, yay, Tisha just got on and Christy got on, yay. Okay, our kickoff call will be tomorrow night. I think it's still the same time, just like it is normally on Wednesday, but they want to do it at the beginning of the month, right? I'm guessing that they're going to we're going to keep kind of rolling with some new things, maybe something with, who knows? I don't even know. But the clothes have been amazing lately. So I'm like really pumped. And I don't know if anyone saw, but Jen, or maybe you didn't see, but Jen did a sneak peek of my joggers that are coming out, and they're so cute. Like I'm like, I cannot believe it. They're really cute. I used to be an Athleta girl, and they're just like the Athleta joggers. And so I'm pumped. There's Allie. Okay, awesome. So I really kind of wanted to do this call just for a couple of reasons. Like, first of all, we had an incredible month. Like we had so many like awesome sales. Like Heather's team had awesome sales. Kellie recruited 4 people this month, which was just like amazing. Lacey hit the pool. Heather hit the pool. Just like really, really awesome. I know Allie had huge sales. Julie had huge sales. Jennifer, who couldn't be on, had huge sales. Like we just like across the board. I did shout everybody out. Like hopefully you guys kind of saw that, but a lot of things are working. I know for me personally, like the things that are really working is that trunk show on Thursday night. So if you guys are not plugging into that, please do. Like it is so simple. First of all, we do the work for you, right? Like with Amber, like last week, it was like her and I, and then Amy kind of helped us a little bit, but we had over like 120 people on at one time. It was crazy. It was so much fun. And if you guys haven't been on, we do the giveaways. And then we also offer an incentive for people to get their wholesale membership for free that night. We usually do about 4 or 5 giveaways at that, and then usually like $50 to $100 off their packs. So it's like really, really good incentive. So if you've got people just customer wise, I know for me last month, I had over 10 customers, and that's a lot for me. I typically work the business side with brand partners. And so that was good for me, but it's those trunk shows that are helping me do that. So I think that's really, really cool. But a huge shout out to like everyone. Like you guys are just doing so amazing. I'm so happy. Kim, welcome to the call. She's a new brand partner. I'm so happy that she's on. But I want to make sure you guys are using those resources, because everything now is really kind of plug and play. And that's what I've been wanting for like the last 2 years that I've been with this brand. I wanted plug and play systems. And we have that now with the Savvy Story. It's to the point. It's great. We've got 2 people on. You're getting to hear from it. We've got the trunk show. We're thinking about adding another one. It's just time and finding other leaders who can do it. And then obviously like the sip and sees are amazing. And I know like Allie's been doing them. Jennifer's been doing them. Julie's been doing them. Like Athena, maybe you've done some, I know. So it's so huge. So just one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about now tonight was just kind of like getting your confidence right. And I know Kellie is going to touch on this a little bit, but it's like you guys just having this confidence about what you are doing. Like have fun with it. When people have fun with it, they want to join you. Like they want to like either buy your clothes or they want to like partner with you, and just know that it takes time. It takes time. I think a lot of times we think that this is going to be like overnight, but the reality is like that doesn't really work with anything, right? And if it's overnight, it's not sustainable. Okay. Think about it with like weight loss or hitting the gym. Like it's a 90-day process before you even see any sort of results. Right. And so you just really need to think that you are like planting these seeds. And I know for me over like the last, and I think Heather can really attest, because she's constantly in the pool, right? She hit number 4 this month, always in the pool, but it's not our work that we're doing this month. right? It's the work that we've been doing over the last 6 months or the year. And some of you are brand new. Okay. So you can't expect to have that, kind of overnight. And so you just need to know that it takes time. Okay. The other thing is like, really like, don't, this is so hard because I get guilty of this too. Cause I have a lot of girlfriends who totally kick butt. They're sideline sisters and I love them. And it's hard not to compare. It's hard not to compare like, oh gosh, like I feel like she just started and like how she already have, $1,000 in sales, or something like that. And it's really, really important that you stay in your lane. I always kind of think like put your blinders on and you focus on what you're doing because their timing is not your timing. You don't know if they have been hustling in another company and maybe they came over and all of a sudden like everything started clicking for them. You don't know if they were grinding for 6 months and then maybe they took a couple months off and then they came back and, boom, that kind of happens. So just like really make sure that you aren't like comparing your chapter 2 to their chapter 9, right? Like make sure that you are just, I don't know, comparison is like the thief of joy. Like it really, really is. And so make sure that you're not doing that. And really, I feel like, I know we're all so happy for each other. So it's not that, but it's just like, make sure that you're doing you and you show up really authentically to your crowd, your people who are following you and things like that. Okay. So I just kind of wanted to touch on those cool things. But I wanted to see if Kellie would come off mute. There you are, Kellie. I lost you. Because I wanted her to share because she has, I can't even remember. First of all, it's like 9 months for Kellie to come into the business. I worked with her, maybe 6. I might be exaggerating. I can't remember, but it was a while. So like, if I would have given up on her, like she wouldn't be here. If I hadn't followed up with her, I don't know how many times, but a lot, she wouldn't be here. But she has gone through this incredible transformation within. And I want her, like, you take the floor, Kellie, and you talk to us about kind of like what has switched, like mindset, because you're a different girl.
Yeah, I mean, like just talking with Heather and Jill, like it kind of, I was in like social work before I started this. I'm not a salesperson at all. And I think I've talked to plenty of my girls about this too. Like I didn't have a sales background and I don't treat this as a sales background. I don't treat this as a sales thing. I really love to connect with people. And just like Jill and Heather have just like really helped me build my confidence and like, just like come out of my introverted shell, I guess you want to call it. But I don't know. I think because I love it so much, it just kind of became second nature to me. And I really love connecting with other people. And I think the social work background kind of helped me too, because it just was easy to just kind of, connect with someone, on any level. And why not do it on a pair of leggings? So, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like letting it go. And Heather and Jill always say like, let me get this right, because I don't want to say it wrong, but like you're not going to say the wrong thing to the right person. So like, and that no is going to be like, I mean, look at me, 6 to 9 months, like that no is eventually going to become a yes, so I just, Jill and Heather were helping me a lot in the beginning. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm going to start getting on the phone with people, connecting with them. And it just felt right. It just felt great. And I love doing it. And I think the confidence is just a big thing, and your mindset too. Jill always tells me, no, like you are going to do this. It's not like, I hope this is going to happen. It's like, no, you are going to do it. And like, I just say that all the time. Like, I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. And like the ladies that like have just joined my team, I'm like so pumped because they're all are like a breath of fresh air, like literally a breath of fresh air. And like, every time I chat with them, it's just awesome. And I just see awesome things happening with them. So I'm really excited. And I really can't thank Heather and Jill enough for like where they have kind of helped me just in my personal life, like you said, with my confidence and with my mindset. And, that doesn't just help here. It helps a lot of other aspects of my life. So
I want to say too, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
So I want you guys to know, it's just because these ear pod things. So I just want to let you guys know, I think Kellie is literally a true testament of not giving up and then looking and seeing what happens from not stopping and not giving up. Because there's lots of times and lots of barriers, especially like with people at home, where she could have easily quit and she didn't. And because she didn't, look what happened this month. She has this amazing result and the confidence and all the tools she needs to move forward and keep building. So it, just like Jill said, it doesn't, what the tools you need don't just happen overnight. Like, we're not all born like with these magical gifts. We create them as we do them, right? We learn them. So I mean, I'm so proud of her, and really, like, she is a true testament of like not giving up and then reaping the rewards, and it's just going to keep going. So it's so cool, so cool.
Thanks.
Oh, I agree. I mean, ditto to that for sure. And then just how, Kellie, you've grown your phone calls. Like, Kellie is very, I think we had a talk like early on when she started talking about like she really wanted to build her team. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to have to get solid about talking to people. And sometimes that's not always easy. Like, that can be very uncomfortable for some people. It's something I really enjoy, but I had to get good at it. And it took a lot of stumbling. And I think Kellie has realized this, like, she's gotten off the phone. She's like, oh my gosh, like, I talked the whole time or whatever it was. And we've all kind of done that. And I have literally gotten off the phone and I'm like, okay, did I even let her say anything? You know, did I even listen to what she was saying? And so I think a lot of that has been a big transformation for Kellie to be like, oh, like, I have the confidence, I have the posture. It doesn't need to be me talking. I need to listen to what she says. And the only way that she's gotten better at this is by doing it. And it's okay if they say no, but if you're not willing to like share it, like, you're never going to know. Like, I know Allie was like, I have the confidence to like share it with somebody after the sip and see. And I was like, so proud of myself. And I'm like, yeah, it's because, you know what, before you know it, first of all, the seed is planted. So you had no idea if it's this month, next month, or, you know, you might be a Kellie and it's a half a year from now, and that's okay. But it's like getting really versed in that confidence of being able to talk to people and just understand that what we hold is truly a gift. And, you know, it's only going to serve them. Kellie, talk to us just a little bit about like how your phone conversations go. Just like really briefly, like do you have like a sequence, or like, is there anything that like a big takeaway that you're like, as soon as I switched this kind of changed?
I mean, I really like, just like really get to know, like, when I'm connecting with someone like on Instagram or something like that, like, I just like say like, we've got to chat. Like, when the second they say I'm interested, I'm like, okay, let's get on the phone. Cause like, I don't want to do the back and forth like Instagram thing. Like, I just don't. Like, I'd rather like know somebody. Like, I'd rather like sit on the phone with them and really get to know them. So like, when I'm on the phone with someone, like, I'm just like, let's hear it. Like, what do you do? Where are you from? I want to get to know you better. Like, did you check out Savvy at all? Is it going to fit in your lifestyle? And then like, you know, yes, I bring up my, like, cause some people will be like, well, I don't really know. And I'm just like, well, here's my story. And it could easily fit into your lifestyle because I have 2 toddlers and, you know, I'm a busy stay-at-home mom. And like, I was talking to Sarah, I was talking to her, she's not on, but she was just like, why aren't more people doing this? Why? And I'm like, girl, I know. Don't even get me started. But I just like, I think just like learning about somebody and like, then you just feel comfortable. Like, you feel like you've already known them. I feel like I know Jamie. I feel like I know Sarah. I feel like I know Tisha, and I've ever met them in my whole life. Athena's my best friend. I've never met her in my whole entire life in person. But like, just like getting on the phone with someone, I feel like is so beneficial. And then they feel like they know you too, you know, like, rather than like going back and forth on Instagram. But that's just my way. I mean, that's just kind of how it actually broke me out of my shell too, rather than just like texting and hopefully somebody's gonna text me back. It's just like, no, let's get on the phone. Like, let's like really learn about each other and like see if this is a good fit.
I think that's brilliant. And that's, you know, that's how I do it. I know Heather's amazing about like voice messaging and stuff. Like, she can build a relationship like no one else, but like, not all of us are going to be like that. And so I think it's finding, like, digging into your skills and feeling what works. Like, Allie, I feel like, is an in-person person. Like, she's going to be like in your face, like talking to you. Like, she's just she just is like that. And so it's kind of finding, who you are and honing in those skills. Thank you, Kellie. That's awesome. Congratulations. So proud of you. Thank you so much. Okay. I wanted to also I wanted to hear a little bit from our sales girls, because I will admit I'm not the best at sales. I'm working on it. It's getting better, but I wanted us to start with Allie, because I know you've got a million things going on and you just taught my daughter dance. So thank you. But I wanted to just kind of hear, will you share some of the strategies that you're using, how you're kind of following up, just anything that you can kind of give us to help the rest of us.
Hi, sorry, I'm a hot mess today. I have massive allergies from being at my daughter's 2 hours of freezing cold soccer yesterday with grass blowing. It's a disaster. But I looked really cute in all of my savvy, and that's key. I was head to toe in savvy yesterday at the soccer field. So, honestly, I don't really know. March was a really big month for me. I quadrupled my sales in March, which is not, when I say that, my previous month was $160, and I so for me, but it got really big for me, which was awesome. And I had 2 sip and sees. One was great. All 4 people that came to the sip and see purchased that night, and that was awesome. The second one was more of a pop-up. Jill and I live in a really small town, and so there's not a whole lot of opportunity for in-person sip and sees, because the community is so small. So it's well, I've already been to one because I was there with you last week, and it's just not that big of a pool. But I did do a pop-up at one of our local bakery bar kind of places, and it did not generate a ton of sales, to be honest. It was maybe 1 sale out of it, but the owner of the establishment was thrilled because there were probably 10 people that came, and they drank and ate and did all the things at her business. And so she was totally fine, and she loves savvy. So she's I don't care. I'm going to keep pushing it, and I'm going to keep shopping no matter what. So, and she's a great proponent of it. So I think in the future, we could probably do another one. And I think just keep popping up, for lack of a better term. And I think people would eventually come in and shop because they saw it the first time and they liked it. I think the downfall for that one too, and just kind of thinking through it, is I think people thought they were going to shop and walk away with items from the pop-up. I don't think they realized it was oh, now I have to go order it online. So maybe just for my own sake, marketing that a little bit differently, or trying to figure out how to do that. But yeah, for me, to Jill's point, I do a lot better in person. I find I get just super chatty and excited over the phone, and I just want to be I love it, I love it, I love it. And I don't know how to let them talk. But when I see them in person, it's just a different vibe. And I do better with that.
Yeah, because I'm seeing people around town and I'm they all got savvy on. It's all from Allie. So I love it. Do you have one tip on maybe how you follow up with people? Because I know you're going to be following up with all these people from your biker and the baker one, but do you have a really, because I know that you you have had good that you hit S2 with sales this month, so that's huge. So is there any little tips that you've kind of, maybe you don't even realize you do it, but just maybe take us through kind of how you are you picking out outfits for people or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I post a ton on social media. I post probably every single day what I'm wearing, and probably multiple times a day, just different things. And so that just kind of gets in front of people. And then, yeah, I'll reach out to just my friends, and just Fashion Fridays that's a big push for me. I use those a ton because I'm just when the Ada pants dropped, I have a couple of friends who are vertically blessed, and I called them and I was you guys, these pants are for you. I'm too short. You are not. Buy these. And I think they both did. And so it was just kind of targeting little specific things to people. I know one friend plays tennis, and so I sent her a couple skirt ideas, and I was check these out, and trying to just hone in on the personal touches, I think, for people. And then sometimes it's just you work out, wear these kind of thing. And I just try to like push that. And there's a couple people who I definitely get the, oh yeah, it's on my list, I'm going to check it out this weekend. And then I know they don't. And so then I just follow up with them again, like Fashion Friday's coming, and I'm kind of relentless and probably annoying, but I don't really care. Cause I think once they get it on their bodies, they're going to love it. And they're going to be like, you're right. Another thing, this was actually really fun this week. This local woman in town sells Saint makeup, which I clearly do not wear makeup. But I've been wanting to, and March was my self-care month. Like I took March I got a massage, I bought myself some new makeup, I got some new shampoo, like spent money on like hair, like I did this. I'm like, March is my month. And so I bought this makeup from her, and she was like, oh my gosh, you sell Savvy. I've been looking at that for a while. And so I sent her the end of season sale info, and she ended up buying a jacket that was not on the sale. And I saw her out at dinner like the day she got her order, and she's like, I'm obsessed, I will be buying this, and so it was just kind of like, that was just kind of like a fun random, like, I'll buy your makeup if you buy my clothes kind of thing. And so that was kind of fun. That worked out
That's
well.
very fun, but I love it. You said a couple of things. First of all, working the Fashion Friday. Okay, that's another system. I didn't even bring that up in the beginning of the call. Work that system. You guys, every Friday, I am tagging all my prospects, all my potential customers every single Friday. Like share it to your feed. Like that's brilliant. I love that. And the other thing that you said was knowing your clients. You know that she wants 10 or and I feel like that, like if somebody was like, hey, you look amazing in this, you need to check this outfit out, I guarantee I would buy it. I guarantee, because first of all, she cared. She told me I would look amazing, and she took the time to pick out something that she really thought I would like. Like I would buy your Ada pants, probably, every color. I'm your vertical friend. So like, I love that. Like that is huge. And so I'm taking a lot, like I literally just wrote notes from that. So thank you, Allie. And congratulations on your awesome month. I have a feeling it's just gonna keep getting bigger for you. So thanks for sharing. Okay.
No,
go ahead.
I just had a quick question too. Is it weird? And this is just me, like, is it weird to put out there, like, I've set big goals for myself, like help me reach them kind of thing, and like kind of ask people to shop on your link? Like, is that like,
I don't think so. I mean, you do it. Yeah. Do it in a way that makes it feel authentic to you. I mean, people want to help, like they really do. Like they really think that. And I think if you kind of like tailor it like to them too, like how they can help, I think people want to help. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. Thanks.
Okay, Julie, we want to hear from you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so Julie's amazing. I think you and Allie came in the same month, but just they're really, really, really new. And one of the things that I'm like blown away with Julie is she sells these shopping sprees to customers like it's, I don't know, like a normal thing. And I'm like, how do you do that? And I love that you do that. So she hit go-getter. She got her first brand partner this month. So that was like a really, really big win. But then she sold another shopping spree to get go-getter. So that's amazing. So Julie, will you just like share with us like some of the things that you're doing, maybe even the transition from, customer to get your first brand partner, but then also like, how are you selling shopping sprees?
All right. So I have a really good group of friends. They're so supportive of me. And I think when I first started this, they kind of just did it to support me. They're like, oh yeah, we'll go to the trunk show and we'll check it out. And then they were like, all right, we'll buy something. And then they got it. And then they were just in love with it right away. They were so excited to have it. And they kind of got theirs at the same time I got mine. And then I had another friend who was like, oh, I'll do a sip and see for you, like right away without ordering anything. Again, just being really supportive. So I asked my friends that had ordered, I'm like, can you come to the sip and see and bring your stuff? Because I didn't have that much to show. So they showed up with their stuff. And at that point, they were already hooked and just in love with the stuff. So their like genuine excitement and love for the clothes just came through. And they were like, they were the ones that were like, you have to get a shopping spree. They were so mad that they didn't. So they kind of naturally were just talking about how they were going to go back on and buy more clothes and they didn't buy it and they shouldn't give up that opportunity. So of like the 5 new customers that were at that sip and see, 3 of them bought the shopping sprees that night or a couple days later. So that just kind of really worked out for me in that sense. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. Like people, the group of people that I started with just kind of kept talking to other people and other people about it. And then another thing that I did was
Julie,
yes.
I can't, something's wrong with that volume.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's my, can you hear me
there
better
yes,
now?
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
Did you catch any of that?
No, we did. It was quiet, but this is so
All
much
right.
better.
Sorry, I'll hold this up. These stupid headphones.
No, we heard that you're getting customers to get customers and we think it's genius. So keep going.
And then I started with I actually talked to go to a kickboxing place, and I thought she would want to like join in as a brand partner, which she couldn't do because everything has to have her logo and stuff. But she said, but you can set up a table. So I set up a table there, and then it just made me think. So I've been just kind of driving in, walking into places around where I live, local gyms and stuff, the YMCA, which is a little scary, but I'm amazed at how many people are like, oh, absolutely. When do you want to come in? So everybody's really willing to help out, you know, other people, small businesses and stuff. And then I've been doing a couple like local vendor events. And like you said, Allie, like they don't always amount to a ton, but one thing that I did buy that I would recommend is one of those Popple digital business cards. So anybody that looks at the clothes, they scan the digital business card, and immediately it pops up for them to give their information to you. And so I tell them, like, you know, if you give me your information back, now I have a $25 gift card I can give you for when you shop. So you have it. So when they don't shop, you know, you can text them and be like, oh, what'd you find? Are you ready for the gift card? And just kind of follow up with them that way, so they don't like disappear on you.
That's great. And talk to us just a little bit about your follow-up, because I know I kind of touched on follow-up like on the brand partner side, but also talk to us because follow-up is so huge. I feel like you guys, you're missing sales and you're missing brand partners because you quit too early. I mean, it's bottom line, like you're just quitting too early. So talk to us a little bit about your follow-up.
Yeah, that is definitely the hardest part. And because you get like, going to all like the savvy meetings and stuff. I love to do that because you hear people say, oh yeah, people are going to ignore you. Don't take it personally, which for me, it's really hard not to. I get annoyed by it, especially when it's people that you know, and you're like, you text someone who is like your friend or someone you know, and they don't get back to you. But yeah, just kind of, you know, every few days, just kind of follow up with like, oh, did you take a peek yet? I've got this gift card. And I loved the share codes for March, because that was that sense of urgency to like, you have to go down now and use it. Like they're going to expire. And I don't know, just try to like, as personal as I can be with the person, if I know them, like, oh, I know you wanted to hop on and, you know, I know you were interested in looking at skirts or, you know, that dress that I posted. If people even comment on Facebook how cute it is. And I know I just did, I don't know if you guys around, you have Orange Theory Fitness, but I was just there yesterday and everybody loved the Sherpa. So I just made sure I like kept notes, like as soon as they would leave, I'd like write notes down so I would remember that that was what they were really interested in. So when I texted them, I could just kind of personalize it with, you know, that's what they're looking for. So I remembered, they like knew I remembered them, I guess.
Oh, boom, boom. I have a notebook whenever I talk to people and I keep little notes because I'll forget, you know, and I think that's huge. And if you know something that I told you before and you come back to me and you're like, I'm like, how do you even remember that? You know, I mean, that's just huge. But I don't know if you guys are picking up on this, but like even Kellie, it's customer service, right? Like we're serving these people, you're getting into their hearts and their minds. And like that is, they're not going to forget, you know, when maybe she doesn't need the leggings right now, but when she does, she's going to come back to Allie. You know what I mean? Like she will, I love that. That's so good. I
And
love
one
that. And I love your scan idea. So can you share that in our chat group, just so we all
Yes.
understand what that is? Yeah, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. Yep.
That would be awesome. I know Casey hopped on and she was just in Tampa. I'm hoping she'll turn her camera on too, but, and I want to have her talk really quick, but does anybody have any questions for these three ladies? Just kind of, and then obviously like Heather, Queen of Brand Partners, but like, does anybody have any like questions that we want to like address before we have Casey talk and tell us about Tampa?
One thing I also just want to kind of point out, because I know a lot of you are new, and Jill and I can probably pick it up, is the way that these women are getting results is that they're using the systems that we have in place, right? They're doing pop-ups, they're doing sip and sees, they're inviting to trunk shows, right? So they're literally utilizing the things that we have in place. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? You don't have to do that, but you have to implement what we have. And that, I mean, we do it because it works, right? We have proven history. There's people who are really, really, savvy makes it so easy. And of course, like as you do these resources or use the resources that Savvy has set up, you're going to get better at using them and really being able to like magnify each one of those resources, right? Because like, just like, Allie, like maybe next time I'm going to start doing this next sip and see. Well, cool. That's how we learn, right? But again, the sip and see is a base resource that Savvy has set up for you. So just know like the resources we have work. I know sometimes people come in, they're like, well, I don't even know what to do. And I'm like, well, we have resources, right? Use the resources. You don't even have to really think, like, here they are, here's your options. Find one that works for you and just really get really good at it. And then maybe do another one and get really good at it. Okay. So I just want to kind of,
I think that's a good point too. You don't have to do them all, right? Like you can just pick like the ones you want to get really good at and do those and that you're comfortable with. And it is plug and play. I mean, we talk about that. When I am talking to people, like this is plug and play, like you have leaders who are literally doing this for you every week. So Heather is like nail on the head right there. Like exactly. Casey, are you there? I know she's there. I see her. She's muted. Casey, can you come off mute?
She's probably in her car.
She says she's here. She's texting me, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
She says she's slow. I wonder if that means internet.
Yeah. She might be in her car on the side of the road somewhere.
But
So
I did it. I'm just
there you
slow.
go.
We all know that I'm slow.
No, she's slow, like she's slow moving.
Yes, I'm slow moving. And I have Candyland in the back, and that's just, I don't know.
You guys, for those of you who don't know, this is Casey. Okay. We have so many brand new people. So Casey is my direct upline. Absolutely love her. She is like a best friend to all of us. She's amazing. I've actually gotten to hug her in real life and she's amazing. If I'm having a day, I'm calling Casey. So I just asked her if she would come on because she knows who all of you are. Like she sees your name, she sees all of this. And so she was in Tampa yesterday and I just wanted her, well, first of all, she called me because she was like, what the heck? Your team was like on fire. And I was like, I know. And I also wanted to shout out Gina because I saw you come on late, but Gina, you had amazing sales and I know you're brand new. So I'm so proud of you. But I just wanted her to kind of come on, share a little bit of like Tampa and kind of what you learned. She was at a gather for those of you guys who are so brand new. We have these gathers that are kind of spread throughout the United States. I think there's like 5 of them and they're constantly adding, we've added some new ones too. And so she was at that and it's Friday, Saturday. There's a service project and then training and all that good stuff. So Casey, will you share with us?
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to be annoying because I'm going to tell y'all to go to the next gather. And I know that's obnoxious, but let me tell you, it's not like I go in sliding with bells and whistles, like, woo, I can't wait for this. I mean, we all have life issues. Like I had a million excuses not to go. My son had a performance Thursday night. And then, and so I had to drive down 5 hours Friday morning. I'm in the middle of doing something. I'll tell you when I'm done. And then, left Sunday morning. So it was like a 24-hour trip. Like it was really, really quick, right? It took a lot of sacrifice and it took a lot of effort, but it was 100% worth it. And no amount of recap or anything can substitute the power of meeting the people in our community. That's what it is, right? It truly is. And it's not just the founders and the leaders, it's like each other. That, like this girl, I've been saying her name wrong. I've been calling her Giglio, and the G is silent. And I've seen her on Facebook for all these years, and I finally met her in person. And I know that sounds small, but that is what makes us can you help Carson open the mouthwash, baby? Sorry, I was in there with the charger and I had my notes. Wait, I need to go back and get my notes because it's based on what y'all said. Okay, so it's okay, baby. It's okay. So as far as the announcements go, which y'all may have seen, it speaks to what y'all are talking about, is their new plan. And I am allowed to share this, and maybe some of you already know it. Their new plan to have weekly calls about the products. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, so it's going to be weekly calls about the products, and they're going to be 5 minutes long. And the great thing about it is that, so like this week, it's going to be Christy Bellison, and she's going to be doing yoga, and she's going to be doing yoga in the clothes, and she's going to be talking about what clothes she likes for yoga. Okay, so it's live. I don't foresee a bunch of people jumping on live, but I do foresee, you know, Julie's nodding. I think she's already getting it. She's already going to be thinking about, ooh, who do I know that does yoga? And so then there goes that personal piece of you connecting with someone and saying, oh, I thought of you. I know you love yoga. And this girl, Christy's talking about her favorite clothes for yoga. Okay. And then the same thing, you know, we're just talking about Orange Theory, you know, a high impact Orange Theory. It's all over every single week. There's going to be something like that. It's not supposed to be for recruiting. It's supposed to be for customer sales. Right. And one of the things they talked about was that, you know, some people can go out there and recruit, and some people can go out there and sell shopping sprees, but a lot of people don't really have that confidence in the beginning. And then some people don't have that confidence 3 years in, like me. So, you know, those things come with time, but having these kind of resources is huge, because I do think, oh, I can go out and sell a sports bra and leggings. I can definitely do that. And then like little by little you chip away, you know, and then you have, was it Allie talking about quadrupling her sales? Well, that's a big deal, you know, but it's like little pieces. So those were some of the big ones, is just focusing on making those things achievable. And like Heather summed it all up and said, y'all are following the systems. Each one of you mentioned something about what Savvy provides, and you just shared about how you use it. Like you were talking about the extra share codes and the urgency with that. Well, you use that to your advantage, right? I know, baby. I'll come right there. Okay. I love you. Just, I know. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Okay. And then, yeah, I've been gone, so they want to be around me. And then the other one was like, who was it that said, wasn't it Allie that said you sent the sale, but then she brought something that wasn't on sale? And so like, it's not really ever about the sale. It's just that the sale usually gets us into activity. Right. So it really is just using those systems that we have and being bold enough to do it, because we've all said that it's not comfortable, but that belief is there, right? Like one of you said that you don't like to be like, it's embarrassing, you're probably annoying, but like, I loved it when you said, but I just know they're going to love the clothes once they get them on. So I don't care. That belief is there, that the end goal is worth being annoying. Right. So y'all are just right on track. You're doing amazing. Like this team was like totally just collectively on fire this month. So Tampa was awesome, but no more awesome than y'all are right here on this call. But I do think, you know, going live is, you know, just like Kellie and Athena are besties and they've never even met, right? It happened. Just imagine when you're in person, just the energy of that. But as far as like updates goes, I would just be on the lookout for those weekly Zooms on products.
I love that.
Is that a good
Was
sum
there
up?
anything special that you learned from one of the speakers, or anything that stood out? Because I know I loved like the speakers, because they're just our sister, like they're just regular women, and they just had such great ideas. So is there anything that stood out to you that you're like, oh, I'm going to implement that? Because I know it can be overwhelming, but if you could always find one piece that's like really powerful.
You know, I think so much of it is like where each person that goes is going to hear the same spiel or the same speaker, and you're going to get something else out of it. And like when we all talk about it,
together, I'm going to see if I have enough charge to go outside so we don't have to hear cursing and crying. When we all talk about it together, you know, what Jessie said she got, I was like, oh yeah, I like skipped right past that. That wasn't the thing that I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't say that, but I will say that several of us, you know, we all chose our own topic, but several of us all talked about the same thing. And that's exactly what Kellie was talking about when she started this in the beginning of this call right now. And that's just asking questions and listening, because you can't really serve someone if you don't know how they need to be served. And I don't just mean like, you know, you do yoga, so you want yoga. I mean like them as a person. I mean, even with following up. So when I follow up with someone, it might not even be about Savvy. Like I just sent some like Palm Sunday kid activities to a girl. I guess you could say I was following up. I wasn't really thinking of it as following up, but it's a follow-up because, and I only know how to follow up with her about other things because I've talked to her and I've gotten to know her. So I think that was over and over again, just getting to know people. That was what Brittany talked about. That's what Jessie talked about. I mean, Sammy, that was the big thing, basically just listening and serving.
Being interested, not interesting.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I love that. No, I love that. I think that's really good because that was kind of what I started the call with was the follow-ups. And so many of us fall short on the follow-ups, but follow-up doesn't mean like, hey, are you joining me? Are you going to place an order? It's being real. It's like, hey, how did your, son's doctor's appointment go? Or whatever it was that you were talking about. And that's a follow-up. And that's what we're here for. So I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I know you've been gone. I know it's a lot. So thanks for hopping on.
Sorry. I know every but single person can relate to it in one way or another. So I'm not even apologizing.
No, yeah, don't apologize. Well, I didn't want to take too much time, but Heather, do you have anything to like kind of wrap us up? Do you want to wrap us up?
I just want you guys to know like that we're talking a lot about like getting to know people, get to know. Just know that doesn't have to take forever. Okay. So don't get stuck in this, especially when you're new. Okay. And especially when you might not have confidence right now, when you're talking a lot, the getting to know people doesn't have to take forever. Okay. Before you bring up what it is that you want to serve them with. Okay. So just know, like, just know it doesn't have to take forever. Okay. Cause I think sometimes when people get started, they're like, well, I don't know when to bring up Savvy. I don't know how to bring up Savvy. It's like, just bring it up when it feels normal. But again, it doesn't have to be a week. It doesn't have to be a month. Okay. It could be within the first 3 minutes, right? Because they're like, oh, what do you do? Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm kind of just like, bored. Like I'm losing my mind, right? Oh my gosh. I was like that too. I joined Savvy. Have you heard of it? Right? Like you got to know a little bit of what's going on in her, and maybe Savvy is an answer for her. So again, just don't get stuck in this rut where it's like, we've been talking for 2 weeks and I still haven't brought Savvy up. Okay. So that's the only thing. And like, you guys can all do this. You all have amazing people to help you, like me, Jill, everybody here, we're all helped together. You can do this, use the system, stay consistent. That is like, these are key things, consistent, use the systems, follow up, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, right? That's really it is. What we do is very simple. It's just not effortless, right? It's it. Don't overthink it.
Yeah. And it takes time, you guys, it takes time. So, I had somebody text me, they're like, I need to get going. I need to get the motivation. Like, I think we all wait to be motivated. It's going to come when you start doing the action. Like, you're more motivated, the more you get to, like, I'm never motivated to go into the gym, but once I get started, I'm like, well, I'm not going to quit now. Like, I'm here, like, I'm going to finish it. It's the same thing. Like, if you are, if you do 5 connections a day, do them first, like just start doing the action. And then pretty soon it'll just be like, this is just what I do. I brush my teeth every day. Like, I do my reach outs every day. I do my follow-ups every day. And it's all about that consistency, having patience, realizing you're all on your own journey. Do not compare. I'm guilty of all of that. But you guys, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being on the call. We're here. So like, if you're texting us and you need help, like we are all over it for you guys. I hope you guys know that you're never bothering us. Kelly, you know this, you're never bothering us. But I will, we will kind of start to push back in the sense of like, if you text us and say, what should I say to this? We're going to ask you like, what do you want to say? And so, but we're going to give you tips and we're going to help you like really kind of refine that. And pretty soon you'll be like, I got this. I'm on the phone with them by myself kind of thing. But we'll also hop on a phone call with you guys too. So, all right. Love you all. Thanks so much for jumping on. Be on the call tomorrow night. It will be, I think it's going to be really, really good. I'm really excited and I hope everybody has a happy Easter. Awesome. Bye guys. Yeah. Thanks guys. Thanks for speaking, you guys. Appreciate you. Bye.